Hey everybody, this is Zangyakumaru. I got new decks going on. Now, the middle one, as most people already can guess. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the sleeves that I would want for it, but it is my Spectral Duke Dragon Gold Paladin deck. Now, that's technically, well, as far as everyone else is concerned, my main deck, though currently not so much anymore. That position is now reserved for a deck that I'm holding off to the side. Now, the other two decks, now as evidenced by Kai, or rather the Kai sleeves, Narukami, and yes, the pink sleeves, Angel Feather. Now, I honestly didn't expect to be playing Angel Feather, and I probably won't be doing it very often, but since I'm the only one in my area who has them, I figured I might as well make it. Anyhow, in this video I'm going to go with the Narukami deck, just to explain how the build goes so far. Now, this is just based off of stuff that I pulled from 2.5 boxes of Breaker of Limits, as well as two trial decks, sorry. So, cut me some slack here. 2 Thunderbreak Dragons, 2 Jin of Lightning Flash, and yes, I know he's not that great because he can't attack Vanguard, but he can't attack Rear Guard, but I figure since he gets an inherent boost, I might as well just use him to rush at Vanguard anyway, since that's what I most commonly do. 3 Breakthrough Dragon, when he gets boosted by a Narukami, he gains an extra 2k for that battle, which is pretty cool. 2 Dragonic Death Scythe. Thing's awesome, has basically a similar effect to Blaster Blade. You counterblast 2 when it's placed on the rearguard or vanguard circle. If you have a Narukami Vanguard, you pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's grade 2 or less rearguards and retire it, 9k. Pretty awesome. 4 Thunderstorm Dragoon. 3 of these are hollow, as you may be able to see. But yeah, that was kind of a fluke that I pulled that many. 3 Demonic Dragon Berserker Garuda. This card, when its attack hits the Vanguard, if you have a Narukami Vanguard, you choose one of your damage and flip it face up, which is pretty good. 9k, grade 2. 2 Hex Cannon Wyvern. When it attacks, if the number of damage your opponent has is 3 or more, it gets plus 3,000 until the end of that battle, so that's pretty good. Now for the grade 1s. 3 Photon Bomber Wyvern. When it boosts the Narukami Vanguard, if the number of cards in your opponent's damage zone is 3 or more, the boosted unit gets plus 4k until the end of that battle. So it's basically Tron, but for Narukami. 1 Wyvern Guard Gould. Now, I was actually trying to get Halo Shield Marks from the packs, but I ended up pulling him, so yeah. I only have the 1 for now, but I do intend on getting more. But I would prefer Halo Shield Marks. 2 Desert Gunner Ryan. I actually did pull a 3rd one, but I only put in 2. I also pulled one of the grade 2 Desert Gunner, which is pretty awesome. But I just decided not to put him in for now, because honestly, not that many people intercept all the time. Although he is still pretty cool. 3 Red River Dragoon. 8k booster, plus pretty good beat stick for a grade 1. 2 Lightning of Hope Helena. It's basically the Sagramore. When an attack hits during the battle that it boosted, you pay the cost, in this case discarding a card, and you draw a card. 6k, grade 1. 2 Rising Phoenix. These are just temporary, honestly, because I'd rather have 2 more Gould. But for now, these are what are taking the place. So yeah, when it's placed on the rearguard circle, if you have a Narukami Vanguard, you pay the cost, which is Soul Blast 2, and you draw a card. Not the best in the world, but yeah. Now, these are the triggers. We've got 4 Malevolent Djinns for the critical triggers, which have an added effect of, you put it into the soul from the rear guard, you choose up to one of your Narukami units, and it gets plus 3,000 until the end of the turn, plus it's got 10k shield, which is always awesome. Next up, we have 4 yellow gem carbuncles, another critical trigger. Nothing special about them, except unless you really like foxes. We have 4 old dragon mages, and sorry about the light if it's reflecting, it makes it difficult to see, but my light in my room actually really sucks, so I have to use a lamp. 4 demonic dragon nymph Saobo. Yeah, she's the heal trigger, pretty much a staple in the deck. Now for the starter vanguard, Spark Kid Dragoon. Now some people might object and prefer Saishin, but Spark Kid is technically better. Obviously when you ride a Narukami on it, you can call it to the rear guard, but then it has an active ability. You counterblast 1, and you put it into the soul. You look at up to the top 5 cards of your deck, search for 1 grade 3 or greater Narukami from among them, reveal it to your opponent, put it to your hand, and shuffle your deck. Unfortunately, he's only 4k, Saishin is 5k. So, honestly, take your pick. Saishin's not that bad. Although, for this deck, I would prefer Spark Kid Dragoon. Now, that is the first deck. That is my Narukami. Rate, comment, subscribe. As I had mentioned before, the deck is not perfect. It is not complete. It is just up and running for now. So, yeah. Let me know what you think. Alright, ciao for now.